Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Mares Smart Air Dive Computer. So this is basically an air integrated version of their smart dive computer, which is a very, very popular dive computer. This will do everything from free diving all the way up to sort of nitrox and as the name suggests, air integration, so you can connect it to one of their wireless air transmitters. So all in all, it's a nice sort of lightweight and sort of sporty dive watch. You've got that segment display, which has got fairly crisp, easy to read digits, and all the sort of information around the screen. So when you're diving, it's much more visual, so you can understand what's going on. Okay, the dive computer itself, it's a little chunky, but no chunkier than any other sort of watch-style dive computers. You've got a 2-button user interface, and these are kind of black, almost PVD coated, all the metal, like the bezel around the ring, these 2 buttons and the buckle, these got this sort of black and PVD coating, which makes it look very smart. Soft silicone strap, nice and comfortable, especially sort of if you're doing some multi-sports, if you're going for a run with it, it's nice and comfortable. You've got PC connections on that with a separate download cable. You've got to buy that separately, and it's a user changeable battery as well, but it's always best to get the proper kit so you can change that O-ring for the official O-ring. Okay, so the computer itself. So this is your sort of everyday screen. It tells you the time and the date. You've got 2 buttons. You've got up and you have enter, which is the same button, and then the lower one is down and escape. So pushing the button will cycle it through sort of menus, and then holding it down is your select, and then you can go back with the other button and then hold that down to come back. So it's fairly sort of easy to figure out. So I'm just going to cycle through the menu. So chronograph, pre-dive, the mode setting, the settings setting, your logbook, and then planning your next dive, PC connection, information, and then back through to time. So the most usual one that I usually go for is to change your nitrox setting. So I'm just going to change the mode. So hold down the enter button, and then we have air. We're going to cycle through. So that's nitrox. You've got BT, which is bottom timer. You've got apnea mode, and then background to air. So I'm just going to select it onto nitrox, EAN. Hold it down. And that confirms, so gas 1, we're on 30%. I'm just going to change that up to 32%. It changes the MOD. If I hold that down, it will then ask you to change your maximum partial pressure. I'm going to leave that at 1.4. Second gas, I'm going to leave it as off because I'm only diving on 1 gas. And that's it, it's ready to rock and roll. The other setting we have, going into settings, you have dive settings and then you have time settings. I'm going to go into dive settings. You have light, so there's a backlight on this. If you hold down this button whilst you're in dive mode, the backlight will illuminate so you can see what's going on. Going through all the conservancy, salt water, so you can change between salt and fresh water. There's a little difference between salt and fresh water. So if you're diving in one compared to the other, there's like a 3% difference. So it's always best to be as accurate as possible. Gas integration. So holding it down, this is where you pair your wireless air transmitter. The transmitter is very smart, doesn't come with the dive computer, but you can buy them separately. And the transmitter itself has a little LED, and that's, it tells your buddy how much gas you have left, so if you're not paying attention, they can sort of alert you to a low gas situation. I'm just going to back out of this, back to the dive screen, and I'm going to go to pre-dive. So this is basically your dive screen. You'll have sort of different information when you actually hit the water. You've got your depth, you've got your maximum depth there, you've got your time, but that will change to NDL and whatnot. But all the way around the edge, you'll notice all the different sort of coloured sections. So the red, yellow, green and blue, this is for your air supply remaining. So when your cylinder is full, it's going to fill up all the pips all the way around there. And then as you breathe it down, the pips are going to go down. So you get a real visual representation of a pressure gauge on your wrist. You've got your ascent speed and your nitrogen loading. So again, just at a glance, you can see everything that you need to know, very quick and easy to understand. So a smart little dive computer, nice and compact. It's great for sort of multi-sports. This is the Mares Smart Air Dive Computer. Thanks for watching and safe diving. We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.